Today, I'm going to be walking you through my mammogram experience so that if you are thinking about booking one or you have one booked, you'll know exactly what to expect. My name is Chelsey. I am here to share my experiences through breast cancer treatment to help make yours a little bit easier. To prepare for this exam, I was asked to cleanse myself and then to refrain from putting on any lotions, deodorants, antiperspirants, powders, or perfumes. And I did remember to do this. However, a couple of the ladies who were in the waiting room with me didn't, and it wasn't a big deal. The technician just came out and asked them to cleanse themselves with soap and water in the bathroom before they went in for their test. The other recommendation I was given was to arrive 15 minutes early, and I found out that this was to allow for ample time for me to change into my hospital gown before the exam. When provided the gown, I was asked to remove all of my clothing from my waist up. That day, I was actually wearing a dress, so this wasn't ideal. I was able to take the top off and allow the bottom of my dress to sit on my hips, but I would recommend to have a separate top and bottom so that when you have to take off your top, the bottom is still covered. When it was my turn, I was called from the waiting room by one technician and we entered the mammogram room together. Before getting into it, she asked me a couple of questions. The first one was if I had any concerns, and at this particular appointment I did. Since I had a concern, she grabbed a sticker marker and put it on the spot on my breast of concern and told me that that was just really helpful. When she was doing the screening, it would pinpoint the area and make sure that ample photos or images were taken of that spot. The second question she asked was if I was pregnant, and I was informed that there isn't a lot of radiation that is given off by the mammogram machines, but there is a little bit. So some women who are pregnant choose not to have mammograms at that time. Before she started, she told me that she would be taking 4 different images in 4 different positions. And then we moved closer to the machine. Kind of noticing the machine for the first time, it was bigger and almost more gentle than I had envisioned. There was flat, plastic-like surfaces with round edges. It just felt a lot less intimidating than the picture I had made up in my mind. Since I had the robe on like a house coat, I was asked to remove one of my arms and step closer to the machine, exposing my breast to the machine. She kept on inching me to step closer and closer, and it felt like I was up against a wall. The machine was so big and I had to really press my body against it, but I got there. And when I was there, she gently grabbed my exposed breast and guided it onto the bottom part of the machine. After that, she gently lowered the top piece to apply pressure between the 2 pieces and spread out the breast tissue. I have to say it was strong pressure, but it wasn't so much that I felt like my breast was going to explode or I was in agony. And it really only lasted perhaps 10 seconds. After she got the right amount of pressure, she quickly moved over to her computer, signaled the machine to take the image, and then came back and removed the pressure. It all happened really quite fast. We ended up doing this process 3 more times, and in between each time, she moved the machine and my body in different placements and directions. I believe that there was 2 images taken where the breast was compressed this way. I believe perhaps one that was on an angle and one that was kind of squished this way. And I couldn't really see because I had my arm around the machine, my head like this, and then my breast was on the table. So I couldn't really see what was going on down there, but that's my interpretation without really knowing. And before I knew it, it was over. If you've been putting off a mammogram because you weren't sure what to expect or you're afraid it was going to hurt, I would say overall it was a way better experience than I expected. It only lasted about 5 minutes in total, with those periods of discomfort being about 10 seconds and only 4 of them. Early detection is a huge thing for breast cancer, and I'd say it's definitely worth taking the time. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it was helpful, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to come along with me as I share more videos about my breast cancer experience, all created to help you with yours, please hit subscribe. Thank you again. Take care, friends.